Hi guys, DN Neo here, and we're going to be talking more about Sparking Zero. Before we jump into the 180 plus characters, I want to kind of touch on something about the fact that the leaks. Apparently, there was huge leaks. Apparently, it kind of started with the GT stuff, and then apparently someone put a video too early and they didn't mean to, or whatever it was, right? And I've only just I started diving into it a little bit last night, and then I saw a load more of it today. Here's the thing, guys. When Sparking Zero first came out, there was a lot of videos saying, I know. There was a lot of videos saying, I can confirm. And we knew nothing back then. So any videos that I put out, I wait for one, an official trailer, or two, I wait for someone that I think is credible to put a video on YouTube, and even then, I tend to still wait. Here's the other thing, and I know I wasn't early with the GT news, but please keep in mind that my time zone is the UK. So if I did spoil anything, look, I put it in the title, so therefore, if you don't want to know, then don't click on the video. Not that I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of views like some of the channels covering Sparking Zero, but I did want to just address that quickly. Now, two important bits of information. Let's get the boring bit over and done with. On the back of the PlayStation 4 case, apparently it says 100 gigabytes minimal. Now, last night I actually moved some stuff around and deleted some stuff. Now, obviously, if you've pre-ordered it, then you've got time to kind of move stuff around. If you haven't, but you're also still wanting to play it day one, please make sure that you've looked at your memory. I don't know what the memory is going to be like for PC, but for the console players out there, just a little kind of side note there, look at your memory, see what's going on, and take it from there. So hopefully that's been some good information for the console players out there. So, 180 plus characters. This is the magical number I keep hearing about. Apparently they're going to be adding more, and there's going to be trailers that will reveal every single character, apparently, before the game is released. Like, the day one release, apparently we're going to know all the characters. Now, regardless of how I personally feel about that, 180 plus characters, and now everything I've heard with GT as well, I do want to backtrack from that video as well. The fact that to me, that sounds like we're going to get all of GT in the base game because the Shadow Dragons will be there. I think that trailer for GT was just, hey, here's GT and here's the hits. So, yeah, whether that will include Super 17, I don't know, and I don't think anybody knows right now. So whether it will be 100% all of GT, or whether they'll do that as a DLC. Speaking of DLC, my mind has shifted to what the DLCs could possibly be now. I believe the DLCs like Dynamo or whatever the hell it's called, that's kind of now confirmed, I guess, as DLC. At least with what I've seen and with what I've heard. So that's one DLC. But also, I think what they're going to do maybe is the movies. So, from what I've seen, OG Brawly is confirmed, but the new Brawly isn't, maybe? I don't really know. So maybe they could do like a Brawly DLC pack, or if not, they'll do the newest film. I believe it's the newest film with like Beast Gohan and I believe it's Cell Max, like the giant green and red version of Cell. So that's where I'm thinking the DLC packs will be, because otherwise I don't really know what the DLCs are going to be. Now, after saying that, this could be really good news. What do I mean by this? Well, the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, or Budokai/Budokai Tenkaichi games, it was day one release, you got everything, and it lived for, I want to say, over a decade. You know, people still wanted to play that game. So when they said, like, no, we want to bring back Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi, that I really am starting to believe it, and kind of my fears of they're going to mess it up because of the way gaming is done now, or the way companies do gaming now. I truly do believe now that the DLCs are going to be little bits that people may not necessarily want, but just kind of, well, if you wanted this bit, then you can have it, but you don't have to, right? And I really do feel like Sparking Zero, because I remember in a video that I kind of touched base on, well, is this just going to be a one-shot, right? Or is Budokai Tenkaichi back? And I feel like this is either the last chapter of Dragon Ball Z games as we know them, I'm not saying they're vanishing forever, or the Budokai Tenkaichi series, this is just a building block into the new generation of gamers and Dragon Ball Z fans and, you know, all of that. So I feel like this is more of an important game than just Budokai is coming back, right? I believe this is a new or end/new era of Dragon Ball Z games. Like, I really do believe that, and I believe that Sparking Zero is the catalyst of that, and is going to catapult this either to an amazing ending or something just brand new, right? Because the thing is, with games like Xenoverse, it was DLC after DLC after DLC after DLC after DLC, and it as much as I enjoyed Xenoverse, it became very clear to me that it was basically a cash machine. Now, that doesn't mean that the game wasn't good, but it also was a cash machine, right? So, where I feel like Sparking Zero has tried to become so much more loyal to the Budokai franchise, and I feel like, again, this is much like the kind of God of War games when everyone was like, can they do storyline games anymore? Or do we want storyline games anymore? Or a massive cry for storyline games? The God of War kind of came out and was like, yes, and here you go to the people that want storyline rather than online this and that and that and that. That's not to say that Sparking Zero won't have online features, or maybe a massive part of online features. Maybe that will have something to do with DLC. But for my money, I'm wondering, with the DLC, whether it's not just going to be characters, but maybe game modes, or maybe like something actually in the game, right? And as much as characters are new, after a while, you're kind of paying for reskins, pretty much. And I'm sure a lot of the characters are going to, quote unquote, play the same. Because there's just so many. 180 plus characters. That is insane. Absolutely insane. And I really feel like this game is either the birth of something brand new with Dragon Ball Z games, or it's the end of an era, and we're gonna be, something is going to come in maybe like 8 to 10 years, because I really truly do believe that this game is now going to be the game that people are going to reach for Dragon Ball games. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like Sparking Zero, Xenoverse, sorry, and they love it. But I just feel like this is going to be the game people are going to go to now. And that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, there was a lot of information in this game, in this video, sorry guys. There's going to be a lot of information in that game as well. 100 gigabytes minimal. Please make sure you're checking your memory. But yeah, this has been a long video of me nattering, guys. Hopefully this has maybe given you guys some new information. Let me know. And yeah, I'm going to get the hell out of here, and I'll catch you guys whenever the next video or stream is. Bye bye for now.